Hello and welcome. You made it through the first 2 weeks of class. I must say, I absolutely loved reading your introductions. We have athletes, performers, students from the state of Maryland, and students from halfway around the world. This is truly one of the most eclectic group of students that I've ever had the pleasure of teaching. So now that Module 1 is over, I think that most of you seem to understand that you are responsible for posting in the discussion forums, responding to a classmate's post in the discussion forums, posting in your learning journals, and completing the class readings before the end of the module. If you're still a little bit confused, just go back to the how this course is structured, what you need to do each model section under the Read Me First tab. As far as Module 2 is concerned, you are responsible for submitting your first major assignment. As I'm sure you already know, the assignment is titled A Letter to My High School Self, and you have to write a 2 to 3 page essay giving your high school self one piece of advice, and this essay does need to be in either MLA or APA format. The assignment is an example of narrative writing because you are basically writing about yourself. The purpose of the assignment is to get you comfortable with developing thesis statements and creating an outline before you begin writing. All of the skills that you will practice in this major assignment number 1 will help you as you prepare to begin to write your research paper. As far as the assignment itself, please read the sample outline and Letter to My High School Self, which is in the Module 2 Readings and Resources tab. I also emailed it to you using your McDaniel email address. Look at the different example thesis statements on page 1 and come up with one of your own. When you create your thesis statement, keep it very simple. Again, you're just giving your high school self one piece of advice, and then come up with 2 to 3 subtopics to support that piece of advice. Once you have a thesis in mind, please use the outline on the bottom of page 1 in the handout that I emailed to you before you start writing your paper. Then read the sample essay on pages 2 through 4 of the handout that was emailed to you. Notice how each point in the outline is the topic sentence of a paragraph. So again, if you look at point number 1, that's paragraph number 2. You look at point number 2, that's paragraph number 3. That's the way that your paper should be structured. Another thing that you should do once you finish this assignment is to print out your paper and read it out loud. Generally speaking, the more times you read your paper out loud and make corrections, the better your grade will be. I would say aim to do this process 5 times. You would be surprised at how many mistakes you can catch just by reading your paper out loud. And just as an FYI, that is what I do when I read your paper. I will print it out and read it out loud. And if I catch mistakes in the first couple sentences, then that tells me that you didn't do that. So again, even if you only have time to do it twice, print out your paper old school and read it out loud. I do it to this day, and it just helps you catch mistakes. So again, make sure you print out that paper and read it out loud. No one gets everything right the first time they write, including myself. Also, I highly recommend visiting the Writing Center. If you visit the Writing Center at least 48 hours before your paper is due, or basically by Friday, February 21st, I will add an extra 5% to your final grade. Speaking of grades, please make sure that you also review the rubric for this assignment. It's in the Readings and Resources tab, just so you know how you'll be graded. Additionally, I will be on Teams several times next week to answer any questions that you have. I always do this when an assignment is due. The week that an assignment is due, I'll be on Teams 2 or 3 times. Nothing formal. We will not have formal class. It's just simply me being online, holding online office hours. Just log in and ask your questions. As in semesters past, I can't read a large section of your paper and give you feedback. I always have students ask me, well, can you read the first page of my paper? Or can you read the first 2 pages of my paper and give me feedback? And that actually would give you an unfair advantage over other students. That's honestly what the Writing Center is for. So while I can't do that, I can read a paragraph or 2. I can help you articulate what it is you're thinking. I can help you organize your paper a little bit better. So again, just jump on Teams and meet with me. Typically when students do that, they tend to do better on the paper. If you have any questions, as always, you can email me. I am a texter. Please feel free to text me, especially if it's a quick question. Text me, email me, contact me. I am here. I know this class is asynchronous, but that does not mean that I am not available. I am here when you need me. Good luck on your assignment. Again, don't hesitate to contact me if you have questions, and welcome to Module 2.